I thought a few drinks a night was helping my chronic pain, but I couldn't be further from the truth at all. I got scoliosis, been dealing with chronic pain for over a decade. I'm working on rebuilding that. I'm only 35, but I feel like an 80-year-old. Drinking alcohol for me has been a giant hurdle that I've been working through more recently, much better. So this video is for you if you're at that stage where you're, you know, self-prescribing some alcohol to dull that pain. For me, it killed my sleep. It killed the way I ate from my blood sugar spiking. Empty calories, ton of weight gain, inflammation like crazy the next day. Yeah, the night of, I felt a little more loose. Maybe I didn't feel the pain as much at that moment, but the next day, days sometimes, I just feel like complete awful dog shit. That chronic pain is no joke, right? I know a lot of people get prescribed different painkillers and stuff like that. I'm certainly no doctor, scientist, or expert or anything like that. Do whatever your medical provider tells you to do. But for me, I didn't go that route. I'd use like Advil, Tylenol, a lot. But for me, I was drinking enough where I developed fatty liver about year and a half ago or so. That was pretty eye-opening for me. My triglycerides were stupid high. They were like, I think like double as expected or something like that. They were just below the very, very high range or extreme range, something like that. My doctors basically told me I could go on medication or they could give me a little while to retest. I told them I didn't want medication. Instead, doctor, the nurse, the dietitian, they all told me to get off animal-based products. They're high in cholesterols, the bad kind of cholesterol, and not good for triglycerides, basically. So, luckily for me, I was already kind of experienced with eating plant-based, a bit vegan, but I went on a 10-week streak of eating no animal products whatsoever. I cut off alcohol completely. I lost 20 pounds. I went down to I was at 230. I was feeling really good, moving and grooving. Then my back went out on me again. Now I'm back to 250 again, which sucks. It's like that double-edged sword of chronic pain, right? You feel good one day, the next day, as a lot of PTs say, you probably heard it, you pick up a piece of lint the wrong way and your body goes out on you again. I can't stand hearing that, by the way. You might be in the same boat. But, that is one thing I've learned throughout this whole process, over a decade of chronic pain. Most of it I heavily drank to try to numb it. Doesn't work well at all, Through about just over 3 years ago or so, I was weighing 270, which is not good. I'm a big, tall guy, big frame, 6'3", but I did not work 270 well. I was a big guy. My knees felt it. My whole body did not like it. Felt like shit. I was just super inflamed all the time, And a big part of that's all that sugar and the alcohol. It's pretty much like poison, right? Unfortunately, it's pretty fun, but it is not good for your body, physically or mentally. That's one big thing I had to learn. One way I've been overcoming it more recently, now I'll drink, usually less than a handful of drinks a week, which for me is a big win. I used to drink a bottle of wine a night or a bunch of martinis or a bunch of beer, whatever it may be. Drink everything in sight, essentially. But now, one thing I've been doing a lot more, I get a lot of sparkling water or some kind of organic sugar-free soda, that kind of vibe, or I make mocktails. My wife and I make mocktails that are super good. They're more mainstream now, so you can go out and about socially, get NA or non-alcoholic beers, Corona, Guinness, Heineken. Those are a few that are super good. There's a German one, Bitburger, I think it's called. Super good too. They kind of give me that fun social feeling of popping a bottle cap off and having a nice cold drink, at the end of the day. But they don't ruin my sleep. They're usually a lot less calories as well. And they don't have all that added sugar in it that the alcohol gives you. And it doesn't lead to all that inflammation, which can really trigger different flare-ups for myself. And yeah, that's just a huge part right there. You know, make that switch. That's something you can put into action as soon as today. Cut your alcohol down significantly, or just stop it completely. That's what I did again recently this year. I did, instead of just dry January, I did 90 days of no alcohol whatsoever. And I just learned that I didn't need it in my life. It wasn't a crutch anymore. I would still have the NA beers, non-alcoholic beers, when I was out and about and stuff. And even at home after a long day, crack a NA Corona beer. Tasted good. It gave me that feeling of having a nice cold drink, that keeping that kind of ritual, but without the complicated negative feeling of feeling like crap the next day from sleeping poorly and everything else involved with drinking alcohol. That's a huge unlock right there. Super underrated too. Just cut alcohol out completely, honestly. Try it for a week and just see how you feel. You might crave it a bit. Get some sparkling waters, get some NA beers, fill in the gaps with that. Um, at first, I ate a lot more instead of drinking alcohol. Don't try that. That's a bad idea. But if you have to, maybe that's what you have to replace it with for now, temporarily. Just get out of that habit, though. It's going to pay dividends going forward because, you know, chronic pain puts you in a deep, dark place sometimes. I know myself was. You see people going out having a fun time. You feel like you're missing certain things in life, your family and friends, right? Last year I had an entire year where I wasn't able to travel. I canceled all of my trips. I didn't step on a plane last year. And I'm usually on a plane 8 to 10 times easily a year. Um, totally sucked. Missed out on seeing a lot of things, a lot of opportunities, but I did it because I need to put my health first before anything else. And sometimes you just got to be a little more selfish. Um, so that's a big part of this. You know, I'm trying to rebuild my body after a decade of chronic pain. I'm 35. I feel like I'm 80 most days, but I'm pushing through, trying to figure it out. Meet with my sports medicine doctor next week. I'm in PT again for some other thing going on with my joint pain, flare up on my nerve. Pretty painful, but figuring it out as I go. That's why I'm doing these YouTube videos, to reach out to this community of people and, you know, share your story. Where you at in the process? You healing? If you're boozing, stop boozing. Just stop doing it. It's simple as that. Just stop. It's gonna help you, I promise. Alcohol is not doing anything good for you whatsoever. Um, yeah, give it a shot. Let me know. Give this video a like, subscribe to my channel for more, and you can watch this video next if you want to keep the process going.